Hi Couture friends, this is Sabrina and I'm going to show you how to apply your Couture gel polish. Let's first take a look at the supplies needed. Here I have the supplies that came with my Couture gel polish kit, which includes the nail file, the buffer, and the cuticle tool. I also have the Couture cleanse product. In addition, I have some cuticle remover and lint-free wipes. And for my manicure, I have the Couture base coat, VIP list, make an entrance, and then of course the top coat. So now we can get started. You want to start with clean, dry nails. Make sure you do not use any hand lotion, cuticle oil, sunscreen, anything like that. Before you do your manicures, you want to make sure that the product adheres properly, and with any type of lotion, it won't adhere properly. So I'm going to demonstrate on my thumb. The rest of my nails are actually already done. The first thing I usually do is I use some cuticle remover, and I'm going to apply it to the bottom third of the nail closest to the cuticle. And I'm going to let that sit for about a minute, and then we'll go ahead and do some cuticle work. Now, using the cuticle tool, I'm going to gently start removing some of the cuticle. This step is important because removing the cuticle will ensure that you have very, very good adhesion of the gel polish onto your nail, and that way it will last a long time. You want to make sure to get into the corners, as sometimes that's where lifting can occur. And I usually keep a paper towel nearby so I can wipe the cuticle off. And sometimes you can even feel with the cuticle tool, it starts feeling really smooth, so you know that you have done enough removal. After doing the cuticle work, I usually wash my hands, and now we are ready for the next step. I take the buffer and I very gently run it a few times over the surface of the nail. That's all that's needed. Then I'm going to take a lint-free wipe and the Couture cleanse product, and I'm going to wipe the nail. This removes any surface oils and a little bit maybe even of the buffing that I just did. Gets it all nice and clean. So now we're ready to apply the base coat. For each coat, your base coat, your color, and your top coat, you want to roll the polishes between the palms of your hands for about 15 to 20 seconds. When I apply each coat, base coat, color, and top coat, on the brush, you'll see there is a lot of product. You want to wipe the brush on the side of the bottle and make sure you almost get all of the product off. So as you can see, there's very, very little product on the brush. And actually, I'm going to do that again. You want to make sure you always cap your free edge. That will ensure that you don't have any lifting. And then I start about 1/8 of an inch away from the cuticle. And I push the brush down on my nail and I scrub almost up, as you can see, to the cuticle. And I'm still removing product because you want a very, very thin coat, and I can see that there's still more than I need on there. So once again, you're going to push and scrub up close to that cuticle. And then I just make sure that I have a nice even coat. But I just want to emphasize it needs to be very, very thin. We'll go ahead and cure that for 2 minutes in a UV light, or you can do 30 seconds in an LED lamp. After you've cured your base coat, you're going to take a little bit of Couture cleanse and wipe off the tacky layer from the base coat. Now we are ready for our first color coat. I've already rolled this polish between the palms of my hands to mix it up, and we're using number 49 VIP list. And we're going to follow the same technique as we did with our base coat. So you want to make sure that you remove the excess product from the brush. You don't want a lot on there. We are going to go ahead and cap the free edge of the nail. And then again, we are going to start at about 1/8 of an inch away from the cuticle. And I'm going to press the brush onto the nail and kind of scrub up towards the cuticle and then pull it to the free edge. And as you can see, that really allows you to get up close to the cuticle and make a nice long stroke. And there is our first color coat. So now we can go ahead and cure for 2 minutes in the UV lamp or 30 seconds in the LED light. Now we're ready for our second coat of color, and we're going to follow the exact same process as we did with our base coat and our first coat. Make sure to wipe off excess gel polish from the bottle. From the brush using the bottle. You want to cap your free edge. And then you want to take your brush, go about 1/8 of an inch from your cuticle, spread the brush, and then scrub up towards that cuticle and pull to the free edge. That allows you to get nice and close to that cuticle without hopefully getting product on the cuticle. Now, if you do get product on the cuticle, as long as you haven't cured yet, you can remove it. You can use the other end of the cuticle tool. It's got a nice sharp point, and you can gently remove any excess gel polish. And as long as you do it before your cure, you should be just fine. So now we'll go ahead and cure again. The last color coat that I'm going to use is actually Couture Make an Entrance, and it's a sparkly topper because I love sparkle and bling, and I just love adding it whenever I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I do this. I have more product on the brush than I would normally have, but that's because there are big glitter pieces in this color. It's actually a clear color, but it's got all this fun glitter in it. So I'm applying this a little bit differently than I normally would with a color, an actual color. And I did get a little bit on the side here, so I'm going to use the cuticle tool, the other end, and just remove that. And see, that adds just a lot of fun. It's like a party on your nails. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cure. Our last coat, of course, will be the top coat. We're going to follow the exact same process, making sure we don't have a lot of product on the brush. You're going to cap your free edge. You're going to start about 1/8 of an inch from the cuticle, push the brush down, scrub up towards that cuticle, and pull all the way out to your free edge. Making sure you have covered the entire nail surface. Now we'll go ahead and cure for 2 minutes under the UV lamp, or 30 seconds if you have an LED lamp. Our last step is to take a lint-free wipe with a little bit of cleansed product on it, and we're going to wipe off the top sticky layer of the top coat that we just cured. And now we are all done. Thank you so much for watching. All of the products that I've used can be purchased at www.couturegelnailpolish.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.